everybody, it's Nighttime Tarot and I'm with you once again with another reading. Today's reading is going to be a bit different. I'm not going to do your pick a card readings that I always do. I don't know why, I just kind of felt driven to do a general reading, a general spread. And so if you felt driven to watch this video, this message is for you. If you are watching it and you're not into the general readings, you can go ahead and click out of this video. I do have multiple pick a card readings that you can check out, but let's go ahead and just get started on what it is that Spirit wants you to know. What are you supposed to know right now, and how can you handle the situation that you are in right now? So I already did the shuffling off camera, and I have several pals here. What is going on with me? I'm not even joking you, like I'm sorry, I've already did like the intro like 4 or 5 times. So I'm just gonna leave that in there, and if you're laughing at me, oh well. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I already did the shuffling on these decks here, so I just have them here on the side. I didn't even see what they were, so we'll just go ahead and see. Let's just go ahead and dive in. All right, so as far as the Moonology deck goes, you did have bring love into the situation. So you could be going through something right now where you're just kind of holding off on sharing love, you know, or sharing any type of emotion towards someone or the situation that you are in. So this is kind of telling you to just go ahead and put love into the situation that you are dealing with right now at this moment. You also have here, if these cards were not sticky, you have the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so although things might not be looking so bright right now for you at the moment, things are going to blossom soon. Okay, things are time is working. Okay, time is going, and time is working on your side. Okay, you might not see the changes right now, but it is happening. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna put the cards wherever I see fit. You have believe in the impossible. So you might not feel that things are going your way. You might not feel that things, or you know, that the divine timing is on your side, you know, or things are not the way that you want them to go. But believe in the impossible, okay? Although sometimes things might not go our way, the outcomes will be fine, okay? And then you have nothing is yet set in stone. So I feel like somebody has a decision to make here. There is a decision with the whatever situation you're going through right now. Okay, so don't feel that something is set in stone yet. You know, you might feel like things are not going your way, like I said. You also have a time to give rather than take. Okay, so it is saying, and like I said over here, you do have the bring love into the situation. You might want to bring a little love into the situation because it is time to give rather than to take. So although we might feel sometimes that we are in the right and whoever we're dealing with is in the wrong, you know, sometimes it's not that way. Sometimes it's our selfishness thinking that, right? You have emotions are running high. So I do feel that you are really thinking about this situation that you're dealing with right now. You know, you're not able to sleep, you know, you're probably, you know, just really frustrated. You're thinking about this, you're contemplating about things. Yeah, so your emotions are running really high. You're probably feeling very sad, very lonely. I kind of feel like I'm also getting the energy of wanting to be alone. Yeah, just loneliness. All right, let's go ahead and see. Now, I have several decks here, okay? So just go with the flow. This deck in particular is going to be what you are going through, and then this deck here will be kind of what you need to do in order to fix your situation. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what we have here. You do have the Two of Pentacles here, so you are juggling a situation. I do feel that you've kind of been contemplating about what you want to do about the situation that you're going through. You know, it's like you have your pros and your cons when it comes to it, you know, but you're still, overall, you're just not balanced. You're not balanced with it because, like I said, you're going through the pros and the cons. Should I not type of situation. It could be about money as well. It could be about a career. It could be about a next big step that you want to take. And that's just for some of you. You also have the Five of Pentacles here, okay? So I do feel that you're feeling a bit lonely. You're feeling a bit like out of place, you know? You don't feel like, and this could be a love situation as well. It doesn't have to be necessarily, or it could be about finances. But it just, you kind of feel like things aren't going your way when it comes to finances, you know, or your career. You could be, you know, you could be feeling very stuck in the situation. You could feel like people are not having your back when it comes to a career or a next big step. Or you could feel, if this is a love situation, that you could feel very lonely, you know, feeling like you're juggling the relationship back and forth, not knowing what to do when it comes to your relationship. But you are feeling very lonely. You are feeling like you're doing everything on your part, you know, like I feel like you have a load on you. You have this huge load on you, and it's weighing you down. You feel like you can't even walk. You don't have the energy or the strength to even get up. You have the Seven of Cups here. So I do feel that although you have a lot of options, a lot of things that you've been thinking about, I think you're kind of coming out of that. You're kind of realizing what you need to do, but it's really hard for you to motivate yourself. You're inspired, you're motivated, you're determined. You know, you see all these wonderful ideas and all these things that you want to do as far as your career goes, finances goes, ways to save, or whether it's in your relationship. You know, it's like you know your worth when it comes to your relationship. But although you may know all those things, you're still, like I said, you don't have the strength within. You're feeling very tired. And so when you're feeling the fatigue and the tiredness, it's hard for you to put those things into action. Whether it, like I said, whether it's a career or love. You have the Five of Cups here. So you have been really thinking about something in the past that has been devastating you. If it is a love situation, it could be with this person that you're juggling back and forth, you know, contemplating on whether you should continue with this relationship. You're thinking constantly about the things that this person has done to you in the past. And although I feel like this person has probably changed in a lot of good ways, you're still not seeing those good things because it's those bad things that haunted you. It's those bad things that kind of have put a rift in the relationship, right? You know, it's like those bad things have outweighed the good things in a sense, you know? If this also could be just in general, you know, you have been focusing a lot of things that have played out in your life, or you haven't been feeling like things have been fair in your life, you know? You've been feeling like you've just been living day by day, and it's like, where has time gone? And now here you are, you know, things are going good for you, but you still can't be in the moment sometimes. That's what it seems like. You can't be in the moment. You can't enjoy, you know, even the good things that you have right in front of you because you're so determined on looking at the past and why things went wrong. And if you're living in the past and you're living that way, then I'm here to tell you, friend, that it's never going to change. It's never going to change. You're always going to be stuck, right? But I do feel that a part of you wants to get out of it. You know that it's unhealthy. You tell yourself it's unhealthy. You tell yourself you don't want to live like that anymore. Now it's all about putting your best foot forward. And like I said, the Knight of Swords came out here. You're not doing that. You're putting everything, all these thoughts and everything that you want to do, you want to put it all into practice, but it's really, really hard for you because I think that you are devastated about something that has played out in your life. You're feeling, you have a lack of, motivation to move. Not as far as like, you're not lacking as far as being inspired. You're not lacking as far as like thinking of things in your mind, of things that you want to recreate when it comes to this relationship or your career or your life. You know, I think that your mind is working, but your body isn't working. You know, it's like your body is tired. I think a part of you needs to rest, and you need a lot of resting. You need a lot of sleep. You need time alone. That's really what I feel like is going to bring some kind of tranquility into your life, honestly. You have the Empress here, and that's clarifying the Two of Pentacles. So like I said, you've been juggling something back and forth, whether it's a career, whether it's your love life, or even yourself. And with the Empress in the reverse, it's showing me that you're not putting any attention into yourself. You're not focusing on yourself. You're not catering to yourself. You're not being patient with yourself. You're not loving yourself. You're not doing any self-care. You've kind of let go. Okay, so it could be that you've left you. And this is only for some of you. I don't know why this came to my mind. Some of you have even let go of your hygiene. You know, some of you have even let go of trying to look pretty or, you know, taking care of your face, you know, doing your facial rituals, you know, or just taking care of your body in general, eating like trash, not taking care of yourself. And even if you are taking care of yourself, you're probably still hard on yourself. So the Empress here is showing that you need to focus a little bit more on yourself rather than juggle something that's out of your control. Okay, so with the Five of Pentacles there, you have the Fool clarifying that card. So like I said, you know, you are feeling lonely. You're not taking any risk. You don't want to take any risk because you're scared. You're scared of how life is going to be like without this person in your life. You're scared of how is life going to be if I take that step in the career or in that financial path. You know, it's like a lot of things that are in your life right now you're very, very scared of, and you're not willing to take the risk. You're not willing to put your best foot forward. And like I said, I think that you're feeling very tired. You know, mentally you are awake. Mentally you are draining yourself, which then is causing your body to become tired. And this is what I tell people all the time. Your mind is so powerful. It controls every organ in your body, right? It controls everything. It controls even when you take a step foot forward. Your mind is a powerful muscle. So if you're constantly thinking something negative about yourself, about your life, you can make that happen, you know? So like, for example, you know, when women get pregnant and their spouse starts to feel those symptoms, is because their mind is like, you know, thinking about their wife being pregnant, that they also start to like kind of develop symptoms in a sense, you know? There's a terminology for that, but it's just kind of like that. Or even when women are not even pregnant, but they think that they're pregnant, they start to get symptoms as if they were pregnant. And it's because your mind is so powerful that it will start to tell every organ in your body something, you know, like, oh, you're pregnant, and your body starts to develop like, oh, okay, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna start getting ready to take care of this baby. And it's like, then you take a pregnancy test, you bust out with you're not even pregnant. I know I totally went totally off the wall there, but that's just a big example of, and that's how big or strong the mind is. And that's what I'm trying to get to. A lot of you have been focusing on being very negative when it comes to yourself, your body, your relationship, life in general. So taking a step and making any kind of movement is like, whatever, I'm just gonna take it day by day, I don't even give a fuck type of attitude that you guys have. With that Seven of Cups, you do have the Five of Swords here. So like I said, you have all these options, whether it's in the love department, career department, your life department, financial department, it doesn't even matter. It's just that you have all these ideas and all these things that you want to accomplish, but nothing's going to be accomplished with that Five of Swords there in the reverse. Okay, so like I said, you're very, very negative minded when it comes to your mental state. And so if you have your mental state fucked, well then guess what? You're going to ruin the rest of your body. You're going to ruin everything else. You're going to ruin all the motivation, or even the little bit of the motivation that you have to take a step forward and make shit happen for yourself. So I don't know if I made any sense, and I really hope that I do, because I tend to talk really fast and that's just the Gemini in me. But you have the Five of Cups here, clarifying that you have the Six of Swords, another card of not moving forward. You're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, and it's like in your mind you're like, you know what, I'm meant to have a shitty day, I'm just meant to have a shitty life, like whatever, like this is just the, you know, the card that I was dealt. That's a lot. Like I just felt like somebody said that, like that's just the mentality that someone has, like this is just what is in store for me. I'm just meant to have this kind of life. I'm just meant to be in this shitty situation. You're not. You're just allowing yourself to stay there, and you're not doing anything about it. If you continue to have that type of mindset that this is the life that you're going to have, well then don't complain about it, because that's the only thing you're doing, is you're allowing yourself to continue to be in that mindset and to be in that shitty state. So that's all you're going to feed yourself. It's like a plant. If you really want to take care of your plant, you're going to water it, you're going to nourish it, you're going to put it under sunlight, right? It's the same thing with you. You have to nourish yourself, the proper things, in order to grow, but you're not doing that. You have the Knight of Swords here, you know, which of course determines no type of movement forward. So with that card, you have the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, I know that this is kind of like a boredom card, but I also see this as a, you know, meditating type of card. you could have become very bored of your relationship, not feeling like there's any spark or any movement or anything fun or exciting when it comes to your relationship. So things have just kind of been stagnant, right? It's like you're not getting what you want out of this relationship, and you're contemplating the relationship. You're kind of thinking to yourself, is this the person that I want to be with? Can I really see myself being in a relationship with this person for so and so long? But you have a lot of love for this person, and this person has a lot of love for you. And although there has been a lot of, ups and downs in the relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's become boring. It doesn't necessarily mean that you should start thinking about, drifting off to someone else. It literally means that you need to keep working on yourself. Being in a relationship is a very, very hard thing to do. You have to work at it every day, just like you do at a job. If you have a certain hobby or you have a career or whatever, and you get up, you go to work from 8 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever your hours are. It's the same thing. Working in a relationship is the same exact thing. You have to wake up every day and be determined and motivated to work at it. And if you're not, and you're feeling like today is just not my day, then you still have to communicate that with your spouse. You have to let your spouse know, you know what, I'm just not feeling it today. And your spouse should respect that. They should respect that, right? But that's only if your relationship is going, it's just kind of like, going with the waves or whatever. But if you are so if you're dealing with somebody who has betrayed you and hurt you constantly, then maybe it is time for you to take a break, to take a break just for yourself, and maybe not speak to this person for a while until you have decided what you want to do when it comes to your life. Okay. Now, this is what's going on for some of you. I also see career-wise, I think that a lot of you have also been in a situation where your career or your ideas for a career or starting your own new business has kind of put you on a rift, where it's kind of like you're thinking about all these things that you want to do, but then when you start thinking of everything that you have to do, putting it into action has become very hard for you. It's almost become like, it's just like, it's so tedious to you. So it's like, do I really want to do this? But how do you expect to make money if you're just sitting there contemplating about what you want to do? How do you expect to make money if you just sit back and you don't do all the things that, all the necessary, things that you're supposed to do, the steps that you're supposed to take? Like, you're not going to make money. You're not going to make things happen if you're just sitting around thinking about and being inspired, but not putting those inspirations into actions, right? Did that make sense? I hope I did. But that is for some of you, like I said, and this is a general reading, so take what resonates. Now, this is what you guys are going through. Now, with this deck, I do want to kind of pull out the cards and see what it is that you can do, okay? What it is that you should do. So you have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse. This is a new deck. So with the Nine of Wands, I do feel that you have been kind of blocking yourself, blocking other people, blocking emotions. It's kind of like you have this I don't care type of vibe going on. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to care, and you don't have to care about other people, but you have to care about yourself, okay? And if you don't care about anybody else, that's totally fine, but you need to have some kind of care in the world about something, whether that's yourself or your relationship or your kids or your home, your family, your animals, whatever it is. You have to stop blocking your blessings. Stop blocking everything, and stop blocking people who are trying to come into your life and help you, and that's it. It's just kind of how, this is just the advice. You have to stop blocking everything that comes your way, because some of those things that are coming your way are actually necessary. They're supposed to come your way to teach you something. And once they teach you, you have the Three of Wands here. Make a decision. Make a decision when it comes to your love life. Make a decision when it comes to your career path, your destiny. I think that you're destined for great things. You have a lot of options. You have a lot of things and a lot of desires in your mind. You have to put them into action now. You have to put them into play. You can't just sit around and stare at the abyss, or have these wonderful dreams, these wonderful vivid dreams, and not take any action. You have to start taking action when it comes to your life or your love life or your career path. Stop being so hard on yourself, because I do see that you have so much energy, so much fiery energy within you, whether it's anger, whether it's love, whether it's just inspiration and motivation. You have it in you. So use that power that you have within yourself. You have the Two of Wands here in the reverse. So your advice is you need to stop holding back. Start looking ahead, because you have multiple options here. I also feel that you have someone that's around you that probably is stopping you and telling you, yeah, I don't think that's good for you. It could be in your relationship. You could have had somebody, a friend or a family member telling you, yeah, your relationship, it's not good. So it makes you think about your relationship. You could have friends or family members who tell you stuff about your career. Yeah, that career path is just not the path for you. You have to start blocking certain people, because what happens is you kind of go through like a up and down, like a cycle where you're like, yeah, I'm driven, I'm motivated, I'm gonna go for it, and then you stop, you halt, you put yourself at a pause, but you're inspired. You have the Three of Cups here. So yeah, like I said, you've been holding back on coming together, whether it's with a spouse or people, but you're kind of holding back. You don't want to be around anybody. You have like I said, you have this energy of I don't care. You don't want to be around people. You don't want to hear people out. You don't even want to be around your friends. And there is probably fake ass people around you. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but there's fake people around you who don't really wish anything well for you. So you need to be very careful. The Seven of Swords here also indicates that you have a lot of people around you. You need to be very careful. You need to be cautious about who you tell everything to. It could be your closest friends. It could be the friends that you are like, oh my God, this is my best friend. This person I can tell everything to. That person that you can tell everything to is probably the one that's thinking negative thoughts about you. So be very, very careful. And I also feel that you are also your worst enemy. That's for some of you. Some of you aren't even talking to anybody. This is just you. You could be a Gemini as well, a Libra, an Aquarius, and you could just your mind is playing games with you. So it's funny that I say that, because the Seven of Cups came out. So you could be wearing a false mask when it comes to other people, or even when it comes to yourself. I think that you're kind of going, it's like you have the little angel and the little devil on your shoulders telling you, this is how it should be. No, this is how it should be. And you're kind of going back and forth, and that's what's making you crazy. That's what's making you feel like you can't move forward. There's something that's stopping you. And I think it's probably even yourself. People around you, yes. But I think it's also you. You are stopping yourself from your own blessings. You are being so hard on yourself. It's like a part of you doesn't even know what to do, where to start, where to begin, where to stop. Who am I? Where am I? It's like kind of like that. It's like you're just kind of driving yourself crazy. You need rest. You're tired. You're feeling lonely. You're not eager anymore like you used to be. And a lot of it is because of the way that people have hurt you, the way that people have lied to you. Yeah, you have the King of Swords here. You've been very sharp. You've been cursing people out. You've been very mean, probably. But you haven't been the same. You haven't been loyal. You probably have been very fake with yourself. I don't know why, but I kind of also got, even though the Devil card isn't here, I also got a lot of addictions or like hidden secrets within yourself, things that you've been doing on the down low that you haven't been telling people about. But you got the King of Swords here. This is you. This is your energy. This is how you're portraying yourself and how people are seeing you and viewing you as. You're not that fun person anymore. And although you are somebody who is very grounded and knows a lot about everything, like a lot of people just know that you know a lot about everything, right? People go to you for advice. You could probably still be the type of person that can give people advice, but something about you has also been holding yourself back. Like you give people good advice, but you're hard on yourself. This could be that you've been mean to people or you've been mean to yourself. And with that Two of Swords here, you also have the Four of Wands here in the reverse. So again, the imbalancement in your life. And Spirit is telling you that it's time for you to quit this. You need rest. You need peace. You need prayer. You need to kind of ground yourself. I just feel like something about like, I'm getting like sleep. Sleep is what I'm hearing. Sleep. Almost like a hibernation. Like if you have to sleep for hours, sleep for hours. Put things on pause for a moment. the things that once set you free and made you happy. Set all those things on pause for just a moment in your life, and it's okay to pause things in your life. Yeah, you have the artist here. So like I said, and that's right under the Three of Cups here. So you have a lot of things that you're feeling inspired about, things that you have seen, visions, dreams, things that you've seen come alive in your life. You're ready to take on the world. You're inspired. You're just so what you want. And Spirit is saying it's time. It's time to go for it. It's time to go for the things that you want. It's time to stop putting a false mask. Stop being negative. Stop being bitter. Stop being an ugly person. Because at the end of the day, you're feeding people all this positive energy, all this positive advice. But what are you feeding yourself? Have you taken time to rest? Have you taken time to just meditate with yourself? It's not a bad thing to sit down and just be with yourself. Be one with yourself. That is something very important that a lot of us don't understand that we have to do. You have the Seven of Swords here. And with that, you have the Four of Cups. And that was also on the other deck. That was the last card. And like I said, this card can also represent boredom. But for me, it's a form of meditation. You need to meditate. You need to close your eyes. And look at him. You can see he's closing his eyes. And he almost looks very zen. Just very chill, right? And that's what I think you need to do. You need to focus on yourself for a little bit. It's okay to be a little bit selfish. It's okay to say no to some people. Whether it's in a relationship, asking your person that you're with that you need some time for yourself. Whether it's taking some time off of work. Whether, whatever it is. But I think that you need to meditate. And by meditating, I think it means sleep. You need some sleep. You need to come together with yourself, basically. You need to learn how to love yourself. You need to give yourself some time, some space away from people. You need to just, yeah. Look at that. Drink calming tea. Go to sleep. And the reason I made this was because I think at the time that I was making these cards, I was kind of feeling very tired. And I know that calming tea always makes me sleepy, chamomile tea. So that's exactly why I made this, this card. Drink calming tea and go to sleep. And that's exactly what I've been saying to you. Even sleeping to me is a form of meditation. Even if you're just laying down in bed and you close your eyes and you can't sleep, start thinking of all these positive things in your life. Just start. And I love, me personally, I love sleeping with classical music. I love sleeping with people who can talk or ASMR videos. I'm so weird. I've always done it my whole entire life since I was a baby, legit. And even now, I'm the same type of person. I have to listen to those kind of things. But and that helps me go to sleep. And when I wake up, I'm usually feeling very good. Just positive. So you need some calming tea, or you just need to rest. You need to rest your body. You need to rest your mind. Healing old wounds that still haunt you. So yeah, you are going through some things right now, things that are haunting you. And I even hear some people I don't even know what's wrong with me. And now you're like, oh, that makes sense. It's kind of I think that you're holding on to a lot of things in your past that have haunted you, and they're still haunting you. Wounds that you haven't necessarily have healed. You need to go through a healing process right now. The best apology is change behavior. So I think that a lot of people have even probably apologized to you, or you have apologized to people, and you're probably I don't even know why the hell I'm apologizing for. I don't want to be around this person. I don't have to be around this person. But you can't be bitter towards people because of what you're going through, Everyone's entitled to a bad day. I've always said that. People are entitled to a bad day. But if you are ugly for just no fucking reason, then no. No. You can't be bitter to the people that are around you who love you when they don't even know what's really going on inside, with you. Start breaking yourself down. And that's exactly what I feel that you've been doing with yourself. You've been breaking yourself down. You've been harsh with yourself. You've been very bitter with yourself, and not just bitter with yourself. You've been bitter with other people. And I think you've been very sharp with your words, very nasty, and not nasty nasty, but nasty as in just ugly, being mean to people. You have the ability to transform your situation. Have faith, okay? The faith is seeing the unknown, okay? So although you can't see your future right now, just know that things can transform, okay? You have to put into practice these things, okay? If you are a tarot reader, you have to put into practice, right? How to read cards. If you play basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever, you have to practice, right? To become good at those things. If you are an artist or you like to take pictures, it's the same thing. So you have to just keep practicing how to be good and how to be a sensitive person to others and to yourself as well, and you'll start to learn that it'll start to grow on you. You'll start to become that person. Don't take things personally. So a lot of things are affecting you. So even when people are speaking to you or say something to you, you take everything to heart. Everything just pisses you off lately. A quiet mind is able to hear hear intuition. So you do need to follow your intuition. I think your intuition has been telling you for quite some time what you need to do, as far as when it comes to the situation that you are in, when it comes to love, when it comes to career, finances, and family. There's a plan in store for you. You just have to have faith, and you have to know that. You have to stop being very bitter about where you're at right now in life. You know, everything happens for a reason. Everything and nothing is set in stone yet. So although there might be a rough patch right now in your life, just know that this is going to be over with, okay? It's going to be over with. And sometimes things are very, very hard for us. It's very hard to maintain a positive attitude, you know. But that doesn't mean just because we're living in we're going through something bad, doesn't mean that we have to be ugly with other people, you know. Continue to be who you are. Be a light-spirited person. Be in love with yourself. Be in love with other people. Be nice. Be kind, because you will always be rewarded for that, for sure. Do not worry about tomorrow. Do not worry about tomorrow. Allow God to handle that for you. And I know that that's like so easy to say, and it's not so easy to do, but if you can't handle the situation right now, you don't know what to do about it, like, there's no reason for you to worry then. If you don't even know how to handle the situation, there's no reason for you to worry. Go to sleep. My mom used to always say, just go to sleep. If you don't even know what to do, what to think about, just go to sleep. And then your final outcome for all of this reading, you have patience. You need to be patient with yourself. You need to be patient with time. You need to be patient with people, your surroundings, your situation. So friends, that is your general reading. I hope that it resonated with all who have watched. And like I said, if you did watch this video, I do feel that this reading was for you. Please leave a comment down below and just let me know if it did resonate. And I am praying for all of you. I know that sometimes we go through these rough patches where we just kind of feel like, I don't even know what's going on with me. I kind of feel unclear about the situation. I just don't want to be around people. And that's completely fine, as long as you're not hurting people in the process, right? And also that you're still able to communicate with the people that do love you and are wondering what's going on. You're able to communicate with them that you need some time. And people have to respect that. When people say, I just need some time, you need to be respectful of your person. All right? Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.